Welcome back to home. I believe this is going to be the finale, because things are happening. The laptop finally had run out of power. Okay. Wait a minute. Everything else has had a story behind it. I believe this may have had a story behind it too. In the last episode, just before we left off, we just accused... Did I go through here? Yeah, I did. We just accused Norman of being in the factory. I don't think there's any other way. Why would someone steal an ID... Well, the ID card was in my room. Does it indicate that Norman was there? Not really. It doesn't really say that Norman was ever in the factory, but his locker was open and... You know... It may be wrong on me for saying Norman was there, but I believe he was. He's definitely connected in there somehow. From now on, I have no one to get angry with me for the stupid things I buy in this TV. Why would you say something like that? Maybe he did kill everyone. Maybe he's realised this now. Well, let's keep exploring. A safe? My old office safe sat on the floor. I didn't see this before. There's to keep tax records and other important information in it. Use a digital passcode. Did I try and open it? Yes. Oh! The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that damn code again? Do we know an 8-digit code? I don't think we do. No, I don't know. No, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. No, sorry, if I've seen it and I'm forgetting, sorry, but I do not remember any 8-digit code. I'm sure if I saw an 8-digit code, I would have written it down. It's usually what I do. I mean, if I saw an 8-digit code, I'd go, that's an 8-digit code. I should keep a note of this. So, I don't think that was me. I leaf through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were names on that... Oh yeah, it had been written about Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. These poor girls, were they victims of the same person who had killed Rachel? I wonder what happened to the other names on that list, or the ones that scratched out on that desk in those wet tunnels. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, you did find the notebook. So, you know. It seems like I had seen all there was. Maybe, I thought, I was ready to go back into the basement. Oh, right, to see the body. The male sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basement? That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand it to be in the house in a moment any longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? No, you did not. You are going to that basement, sir. You're going to examine your dead wife's body. I guess I was ready to face the truth now. Yes, I want to know the ending of the game. I'm not chickening out. You, sir, you, Mr. Ginger-haired coward, runs from everything. Like, you know, escaping your problems with amnesia, lies. You may want to leave the house so you don't have to face the truth, but I want to see the truth, God darn it. You're going to walk over there. It was the knife I had found in the sewers. I left it here because I didn't want it near me anymore. Was all this my fault? Was I responsible for Rachel's death? If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? No. No. There were other means of dealing with this. What? No. Do I want to take the knife? Is the knife important? It's definitely important. Let's go over the history of this knife. We know it was used to kill someone. We found it in the sewers. I just picked it up and took it with me. I then etched my names into... You know what? Let's take it. It was a knife I found in the sewers. I left it here because I didn't want it near me anymore. Was all this my fault? No. Was it my am I responsible for Rachel's death? No. If I was guilty, I could take this... Oh, I got to say if he was guilty or not. If I was guilty... No, I don't think... No, we're going to leave it here. We're going to leave it here because I have doubts. If I was sure this guy killed them, I would take the knife. The knife is saying, am I guilty, yes or no, basically. Am I guilty, should I hide it? Yes. Then I've said he's guilty. Oh, I can see it just in the edge of the light. Or am I saying, am I guilty? No. Okay, leave it. I don't fully think he is guilty. I couldn't go back into that room again. Then do I take the knife? We're gonna leave the knife here. I'm thinking about it. Like I said, I have doubts in my mind that this guy is guilty. If he is guilty, and I knew full well he was guilty, I would have taken the knife. I would probably got the I'm guilty ending, but Norman is involved somehow. The guy in the other house is involved somehow. I can't be sure that this guy killed anyone, and therefore I can't say he did kill anyone. Darn it. Maybe if I said Rachel isn't under the rags, then she wouldn't turn out dead. I don't know. Since I arrived in town, things have been difficult. Working in the plant, though it had been good for me, it kept me in line and gave me something to do and helped me get away from my path. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours. Oh, you've got to be joking me. You are guilty, aren't you? I should have taken the knife. I should have taken the knife. At a time, drinking the bottles. It's making sense now. At a time, drink was probably just a way to deal with all that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that. My memories of what happened are still in flux, but I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I know it was a final act in a long-standing horror I was living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I'd seen to think otherwise. It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plan. This is the ending. Right here. All those things I just said in the house. Norman went to the factory. This is all compiling to one ending. Wow. This is amazing. Okay, so Norman kept going back to the plant. My throat's starting to hurt. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place. So, had he killed that guard then? Oh, that would make sense, I guess. He must have. Maybe he was found out, or the guard had caught him on patrol. Jesus, Norman. Why? I had to catch my breath to take it all in. Up until the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then I had seen something even I wouldn't have expected. When I went to Norman's store, that's when my perspective in this all really started to change. How did you know that? My perspective changed when I went to Norman's house. Wow. Norman was dead, but I had no idea what happened to him. Finding Rachel's things at his store, though, had been the ultimate shock. I would get no answers now, but that didn't stop my head from reeling with questions. But as painful as all that was, oh God, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had done and seen, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. God help me, though it was only the beginning. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbours knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Oh, I think someone was after him. And apparently, the background you'll hear in the beginning of Slender, so maybe that would make sense. Maybe Slender was after him. Remember, we did see a slender figure in the sewers? Wow. 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 I really want to play it again to get a different ending. Jeez, that was good. Okay, so that was my playthrough of Home. An amazing game, and quite horrifying, to be honest, at times. I don't know if you heard everything, I had headphones on, but I'm surprised nothing actually attacked me. In a way, and I didn't really have a way of fighting back, but if you remember, I took the gun, I took the knife for my own self-defense. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. That's creepy. Did his wife Nancy die then, and he made this in her honour or something? That could be the case. Well, let's explore, like, share your story at homehorror.com/whathappened. So this is where you can find all the endings. So there you have it on screen. If you go there, you may find out other endings. I don't want to check it out simply because I want to explore these endings myself. I want to play the game and discover what happened alternatively, because it's not like you lie to yourself. There are alternate endings, like maybe she died, maybe if I said she wasn't there, she wasn't dead. If I said she wasn't there, maybe I wake up and she's next to me, something like that. But I thank you so much for watching, and I'm actually planning on doing a review of this game, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed this series, because I certainly did. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.